What is the latest tech chatter? Here are 5 stories. We are going to talk about Uber's super app ambition, Netflix becoming an advertising company, LinkedIn as a social network, AI customer research, and branding best practices. So without further ado, let's get started. Uber eyes Expedia. Is this the next step toward a global super app? Uber is considering a 30 billion bid for Expedia. This bid signals its ambition to dominate travel bookings beyond just ride-sharing. Expedia's strong brands with Vrbo and Hotels.com provide Uber with a rich supply in hotel and travel options that would move it closer to become a super travel app. And there is familiarity. Before becoming Uber's CEO, Dara K was over 10 years Expedia's CEO. By combining Uber's 150 million active users with Expedia's offerings, Uber could reduce customer acquisition costs and drive significant revenue growth through cross-promotion. Uber has already demonstrated success with adjacent services like Uber Eats. Critics, however, question whether this strategy will resonate with users. For instance, David Sachs said on the All In podcast that the user intent between Uber users that like instant gratification versus Expedia's more long-term planning users are too different to offer cross-sell opportunity and will furthermore just clutter the app. So my takeaway, Uber's brand and user base will allow for cross-sell, and Dara's familiarity with Expedia should ease implementation. But this makes Uber less software, more commodity, and I wasn't surprised that Uber stock finished in the red after the news. Coming up next, LinkedIn. LinkedIn's feed revolution, from activity to knowledge. 1.5 million updates are viewed every single minute on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has undergone a significant transformation from a simple resume platform to a hub for knowledge sharing. The platform's AI-powered feed now prioritizes professional content that aims to facilitate career growth, just like this video, half social, half professional network. LinkedIn CPO Thomas Cohen argues that their product is differentiated over other social media apps like YouTube or Facebook in that the density of expertise and professional focus is much higher. But some users might find the platform's algorithm to be overly promotional and focused on short-form content, which detract from in-depth discussions. The platform's reliance on AI makes it ironically extremely vulnerable to AI. Feed, comments, and inboxes are flooded with AI-generated content, often with very poor quality. It sort of knows what I do, like which industry I am or job role I have, but it doesn't really know what I do. And this makes it harder to really personalize content. So my takeaway, LinkedIn's short-term success as a knowledge-sharing platform will depend on quantity, flooding the platform with content and users with endless notifications. But the long-term success will depend on its ability to maintain a high bar for quality. Alright, let's move along. AI-powered research, the future of product testing. Companies using AI-based user research tools can cut the interview summary time by 50%. George Harder, author of Build a Better Product Manager, talked about how teams can use AI for customer listening tours. Imagine all customer interactions like transcribed calls, interviews, surveys, emails, everything sent to the AI brain. Product managers and UX designers are leveraging then those AI tools to better capture and summarize user feedback, allowing for deeper insights and faster responses to customer pain points. Better research could allow faster product iterations. But there's a concern over its accuracy and the reliance on algorithms itself. Nuance of face-to-face interactions, low-quality surveys or interviews, and specific domain and process expertise are all going to be issues for those algorithms. Therefore, the AI might be able to catch common problems, but not uncover really deep insights. My takeaway is that the value of those AI solutions is really in the process, making those user insights widely available across an organization to management, to cross-function, to other departments, will allow that organization to build better products faster because everyone is aware about the pain points they're trying to solve. But if you rely on AI for breakthrough features, I think you might have to wait another year or two. Next up, Netflix. Netflix becomes an advertisement company. More than 50% of Netflix new subscribers in the past quarter chose ad-supported plans. Instead of only having a subscription business model, Netflix now is really big into ads. Netflix's crackdown on password sharing and pivot to an ad-tier model has been a resounding success, attracting a significant portion of new users and even increasing revenue per user. The company's diversification into live events, such as NFL games, demonstrates forward-thinking strategies that could keep subscribers engaged and unlock new revenue streams from advertisers. Netflix certainly moves more to a drip strategy, for example, also with its shows like Emily in Paris or Outer Banks that are releasing them in multiple drops. But Netflix now faces new challenges in sustaining this momentum. One, if the economic conditions change, that will cause advertisers to cut budgets. Furthermore, the platform's content costs remain high and will need to continue delivering top quality shows to keep viewers interested in a crowded streaming market. With ads and no subscription, users will just change the channel, just like most consumers did with cable TV. My takeaway: please keep investing in your content. I do like your content. But as a user myself, I hope that competition remains high so that Netflix and other streamers just have to focus on producing high quality content and not just financial engineering. Let's close it off. How to create a logo and typography that resonates. Who should spend less than 50k on branding and who at least 500k? Jessica Hirsche, a Silicon Valley design legend who worked on Wes Anderson movies but also on Dreamforce and MailChimp, was on Lenny's podcast talking all things branding. She says, branding is a complex process that requires careful consideration of both practical and emotional factors. A successful branding can help a company to refresh its image, connect with new audiences, and strengthen its brand identity. So what's important? Be clear about your goals. What is that you want your logo to represent, and who do you want to approach with it? Well-chosen fonts can improve readability and legibility, making it easier for customers to engage with the brand. You decide on a font that you like, that triggers the right emotion for you, and that it also represents the emotion that you want your company to represent. Also check for practical use cases. How does it look very small, like on an app icon? How does it look very big, like a roadside banner? Timing-wise, updating branding could be done before the next bigger step, like launching a big product, speaking to a new audience, or your first in-person conference when you're printing a lot of swag. That also means that when you're just starting out, maybe less money and time should be spent on branding and more on product, versus at a later mature stage where you can easily spend $500,000 on branding. My take is, I never thought I'd think about fonts and emotions, but now that I listen to it, I really can't unlisten to it. So if you want to give your logo the same elegance that you want your product to have, invest the time to think about typography. And that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe.